All right, the last presenter this evening is a fitting last presenter. He is our host tonight, Mr. Len Cabral. Let's give a round of applause again for the Roots and for Len and for Leeds Mitchell IV back there behind the bar. Thank you, Leeds. Len is an international acclaimed and award-winning storyteller and author who has been entertaining audiences for over 30 years. His bio is too incredible to go into in depth, so I'm going to let Len tell you his story himself. Here's Len.
Welcome to the Roots Cultural Center, everybody. Court jesters, tricksters, shapeshifters, raconteurs, artists, musicians from across the state with one thing in mind: to make this place great. Because you see, there are three kinds of people in the world: those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that say, "What happened?" So every chance we would put on a dance. With the money we made, it would help us advance. And we would put on a fair. We'd put it on right there, and right there, and right there. And we drank ale, dark and hearty, because Rhode Island was a place, the only colony that partied. As an artist organization, we walked a tightrope, trying to keep the balance and keep it afloat. And working without a net, as most artists do. Bravo, volunteers, they helped us get through. This may come as a shock, but we were the ones that occupied Burnside Park. Yes, we brought music downtown, we did theater in the round, and the artists, they came from miles around. We dressed up in fine clothes and formed the parade and followed our noses. And we asked them for money, and they thought we were funny. So we brought all our friends to Roger Williams Federal Park. Because you see, there was a renaissance happening in Providence. Yes, they were moving a river, and they were moving the train station and the tracks, and we were building an artistic community. Where if you couldn't be an artist, you could be a work of art. And this is the Florentine Fair. Oh, welcome to the fair. It's so nice to have you here. This is the Florentine Fair. Tell your mother there is beer. Tell your father not to fear. This was the Florentine Fair. And this is where we had the fairy godmother giving advice to young maidens. People came from throughout the community, and we were always aimed for the young children, because we knew if we could bring the young children, their parents would come. And then we did theater, Reader's Theater, and we knew to focus on the children, their parents would come. And so this was a theater, Providence Inner City Arts Reader's Theater, directed by Diane Pistoian, who was still in the group. And in the springtime, it was jazz at the John Brown House lawn. We called it Jazz on a Sunday, and it was a groovy Sunday on a groovy afternoon. And of course, there were children, because everywhere we went, the children came because they'd bring their parents. And the children are our artistic future. So we offered workshops, and we still offer workshops here at the Roots Cultural Center. Workshops in music, workshops in dance and voice and acting, because the children, like I said, are our artistic future. We did events in unexpected places. The first arcade, the first mall in Rhode Island was the arcade just down the street. And this is one of the events that we did there, part of a series of jazz events that we did throughout the 80s. This was a house on Portland and Pine. This is a building. This was going to be this place. This was going to be the Arts Center of Providence Inner City Arts. Just on the corner of Portland and Pine. It was an abandoned building, and we were renovating it. We got grants. We had stripped it. We had put up drywall, electricity, and poof! One night, it caught fire. And it burned. It took all our sets and costumes with it. But we rose from the ashes like a phoenix. And here we are, with a little help from our friends. We did it here, over again. And so we go back to our roots, just like the Florentine Fair. We dance in the street. It's families, it's diversity. We did diversity before you had to write grants to do diversity. It was part of us. It was all of us, because our group was a very diverse group. And then we did sound session, and which is just the roots of sound session for us is the Florentine Fair, where we bring people together from all walks of life and dance in the street throughout the whole night. And then with the history, the founders of Providence Inner City Arts, with poetry, with our director from days back then, and keeping us balanced. And we do Tai Chi workshops here, which keeps us balanced so that we can go on for many years more. And of course we gather to dance and have fun because, like I said, we dance with everyone. And so always come down. We continue to do events. We do jazz on a Sunday. We started the jazz on Tuesday evenings. Strictly jazz event. And everyone is welcome. It's a jam. And that's a photograph from the Florentine Fair back in the 70s. And this is Providence of today. And that's our roots, where we started over 40 years ago. Providence Inner City Arts. And we're here today, and we're glad you're here, and we're glad Chakachar is here.
Thank you. Thank you, Len. Thank the Roots. Let's have a round of applause for the Roots.